quick walk and chat. Didn't have nothing planned for it anyway, so we're walking. I think I can get my 31 in if I get 3 to 5 miles in a day. I'll be all right.
I think with you having a shovel and stuff yesterday, that counts for a trip right there, man.
Yeah. I'd like to think so, but I think I can get the miles in a few days. So got like 10, 11 days left. I'll be all right.
I don't have a lot of experience with snow in the cold, but I'll tell you what, it's different on your body, man.
I know it's heavy. I'm still sore from puking and shit. But...
Like some of the first few times that I worked out in the cold, I didn't understand why I was so tired.
Yeah.
I was like,
we're out quick, man.
And yeah, the guys were like, "Yeah, dude, your body's working extra hard." Like,
yeah,
it's like, damn, I didn't realize it. You're working hard to keep you warm.
And man, in the HVAC tech days, you're out on the hottest and the coldest day of the year, out on a rooftop somewhere, right? Sucks, but that's just the job. What up, Crashing Kev? First one in the house. You're catching a muffin top walking stream here. Didn't really have anything planned. Gonna do a short one tonight. Try to get a couple things lined up, but they didn't work out. Got my Fat Tack holster on the way from Josh at Black Diamond. He's a cool dude. That should be here in about 4 weeks, and I want to carry it around for a little bit and then try and get him on the show and talk about him. That's cool. What up, Lawfully Armed?
Howdy.
Getting a walking chat in.
Good. Just got a shout out from Jay.
Oh. You did?
Yeah.
He's live?
Right now. He's live. He's doing his Thirsty Thursday.
Oh. Well. What can you do?
Damn, I was on YouTube and they didn't even notify me of that.
He's a good dude. What up, old man? Butt wrinkles?
I just ordered some more Schlissmans from him to take on my vacation.
Yeah, I took mine through the airport. That's something in your EDC you can have with you in the airport, no problem.
Yeah, he's educating everybody on the Schlissmans.
Oh, nice.
He said I know Lawfully Arms covered on these.
You're excused.
Yeah, Justin B, you cranked one down on your arm, didn't you?
Yep.
Boy.
Freaking, it was lawfully was like, did a tourniquet check out of nowhere. It's like, damn it.
Nice.
That was like the third time I've had to crank down on that one. I
remember I cheated.
The first one was Pat. Yeah, the first one was Pat. Called it out on one of the early morning chats, one of Jay's early morning chats.
Yeah. I catch about the first 10 minutes those, and then I got to get the kiddo packed up and get to driving.
I'm usually on the road dropping the kids off by the time he goes live. Because I'm an hour ahead of you guys.
Man, look at you being an hour ahead and shit.
Yeah, live in the future.
You'll let me know when things go bad and I have an hour, right?
Theoretically.
And AIM has MP40s for 180 muffins. Dang, that's cheap. Can you do a conversion barrel on those like a Glock?
Lawfully.
I don't know.
I think Apex used to sell 49 conversion barrels, but I don't know. It's monetarily you wouldn't come out ahead over just buying a 9mm.
Okay, what are you gonna spend on the barrel?
2 calibers, bro. I got my rainbow one for 43 muffins. But if anybody was looking to get a pew and didn't have one, that's a pretty good price point. M&P is a good platform. Better than a High Point. Take 40 and an M&P all day long over a High Point. I'd take a 40 M&P over a Taurus too. Taurus G2 or something like that. I'd take that M&P in a heartbeat over it.
I haven't had any problems with the G3.
I've had them. I don't have any problems. I just know I'm going to have less problems with the Smith & Wesson M&P. You know?
True.
You don't have the game turned on, do you?
No, I'm on my phone. I'm on the
Yay.
treadmill. Trying to catch up on some miles. Gonna go to about 9. Get off my
All
evening.
right.
Well, and the thing I was on earlier, I ended up looking at my phone and TikTok, like whatever you get into, and it like figures out you like are watching it intently or whatever, like the shorts thing. Well, there's this one with like kids getting snatched. So then I was getting all pissed off. All these kids getting snatched, and they were showing like parenting tips and shit. And this one dude, like, they were at a restaurant, and the little girl was standing by the chair, and like her parents were on the other side of the table. And the dude just picked up the little kid's hand and just like walked out the store with her before her parents could even get up.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That shit pisses me off so fucking bad. Or like the guys that wait in the bathroom for kids and shit. Well, I feel like they may have a third hole by the time Up and Top's done with them.
Does it count as 1 or 2 if there's a continuous one track, like an
I'm gonna
entrance and an
I'm gonna
exit?
go with 1 entrance and
It just
exit.
counts as 1.
Yep.
But you said and.
Yeah, I don't know. It just
It
just
takes.
pisses me off something fierce.
I mean, in that instance, it takes
I
2
might
chest
unintentionally.
seals.
Yeah. But in Minecraft, they may become unalived. Hey yo.
I don't know, man. I feel
Back that thing up.
about the military teaching, 3 shots. Because, oops.
Well, I think for like pedos, you just do pelvic girdle only. So 3 shots is fair.
Well, it took me a long time to get out of that habit.
Yeah. I do 2 shots and reassess due to ammo prices.
Is Pat stuck in reverse?
He's working.
He's picking up that
trying to
load.
be nice and hop in the stream, but he doesn't want us to hear it.
I want to
Yeah,
hear
it's cold in Florida tonight. It's 60 degrees out.
Shut up.
it. Listen to him
It
bragging.
hit 40 today, so a lot of it melted, but now it's just all going to be ice tomorrow morning.
Your water's all full of gators.
Yeah.
And gnats.
So what do y'all want to talk about? Just a free for all. It's like a quick 30-minute, 40-minute.
Now you got me all pissed off talking about the freaking kids.
I know, that's why I was going to play video games, but I decided to start walking for a while. So I was angry. Make myself a more formidable opponent to people like that.
I told my wife, I was like, if some shit like that ever happens, don't even take a deep breath. Don't even try to scream or chase. Grab your shit out and don't hit the kid. Don't even try to chase them or anything. Grab your shit out and aim away from the kid. Because you're probably not going to catch him.
Probably.
I mean, you would assume the guys know how to run.
Yeah. Or like those guys that meet up and they trick the pedos in there. And they get like they like put them on fucking camera and shit.
All those
They
things are
try to run and crap. The problem with those is, like, one happened over here in Nebraska. Well, the kid ended up getting off on that charge because they couldn't use any of that shit in court. Like, they basically handed up the serving, you know?
a bunch
Some
of them. End
bullshit
up
red
getting
tape that
themselves,
protects people like that. Fuck it.
yeah, a bunch of them end up getting themselves into trouble in some way, shape, or form after they've done it a few times.
Yeah.
But it makes for some pretty epic content. I will say that.
Oh, yeah. The only way they could get the guy was he, like, backed into somebody's car trying to escape the parking lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've seen them like run over rocks and get stuck and shit. Like,
Oh, that skinny dude,
speaking of which, yeah, I just seen on my phone, freaking
blue car.
Florida lady strikes. So, homegirl was trying to get through the airport. They wouldn't let her dog through, so she took the dog in the bathroom and drowned it.
What?
Fucking Florida people, man.
Oh, my God. Make sure you like, share, and sub to Pat Riot Lawfully Armed, Justin B if he ever does a channel, and Muffin Top.
I'm going to Walmart in the morning.
Oh,
I've already got the alarm set and all that fun stuff.
cool.
Alarm.
Yeah. The alarm wakes up my wife, and then my wife wakes me up.
That's the best alarm.
Either that or it wakes up the kids, and then the kids wake her up, and then she wakes me up.
The best part of waking up is a punch in your guts.
Yeah. Or diarrhea. That'll get you up quick.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I like shit in the bed. Heyo.
Hey,
We're finally here.
Pat finally got it in the hole.
Yeah.
Tim Pool has a guest on tonight explaining private equity firms are destroying companies and the economy. Very well could be.
I just saw a video on that like 2 days ago. It's like they did with the subprime mortgages, but now they're doing it with people's retirement accounts.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's all bad.
So they're just going to steal everyone's retirement account, bankrupt them all, and then get bailed out again.
And then meanwhile, the people that work their whole lives are double fucked.
Yeah.
Pat
That's
said, "Yeah,
pretty much.
peace out."
What?
He said, "Yeah," and like instantly dropped.
Oh.
It's the same
He's
thing
like,
the
I gotta
corporate
keep
raiders have been
working.
doing.
Oh, it's gone.
I mean, that's what happened to Remington.
They got bought out like that?
Yeah.
So are we just going to talk about?
Cerberus, the investment group, bought out Remington and all those other brands, put them together under the Freedom Group name, and then leveraged a bunch of money, and then paid themselves off with it or whatever, and then left all the brands to go on the chopping block.
That's messed up. It might be worse than Springfield. We might need to boycott Remington.
mean, that Remington is already gone. The new Remington is a totally separate company.
Yeah, it's crap.
It's
Shitty
just a name
blowing
now.
up Chinese barrels.
And now the new Remington is moving to Alabama. So, yay, Southern jobs. But in the process, they closed down the Remington, the 200 plus year old Remington plant in Ilion, New York. And now that's going to kill the city of Ilion, because everyone that lives in Ilion either worked at the Remington plant or has a immediate relative that worked at the Remington plant. I guess the lifeblood of that town's economy.
Yep. Well, kind of steps in with old man butt wrinkles. Go in, especially a big thing like that. I mean, we all learned that on Tommy Boy, right? The brake pad factory. Go in, clear out all the little mom and pops, big corps, buy it up, spend all their money, use all the labor. They get some resistance, dry it up, and move somewhere more desperate, lower paying wages, that much more profit. It's kind of disgusting. Unfortunately, we did it on a massive scale opposed to micro, where we exported a lot of our laboring jobs out of the country. Really fucked ourselves with that. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've worked in manufacturing and stuff like that for a while, and I mean, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously not like making a bunch of tiny trinkets or whatever for fucking no wages at all, but you know, like there's tons of manufacturing jobs that are overseas that people will do here. They're not complete bullshit jobs.
There's not like even like Hornady, for example, over here. Yeah, you might make a reloader apart or assembly or assemble the reloader, right? That might be your 20 years, but it beats sucking off the government tip for $500 a month and trying to stretch it. You know, still get good bonus and incentives, and might not be big raises, but you get raises, and it's more than flipping patties at McDonald's.
Consume.
Yep.
I mean, even if the manufacturing's at the point where like my first stepdad, you know, he still works in manufacturing and he basically just babysits robots all day.
Oh no, he's making his replacements.
No, because somebody's got to keep the robots running. So
Oh yeah.
For now.
And that's half of what I did most of the day, you know, babysit machines and robots.
Yeah. It's crazy, like the Amazon ones. Like they're like, oh, we brought in 20 robots and it replaced 25,000 jobs. It's like, holy shit. And I bet a lot of those people, like we talk about, not consume, yes, lawfully. If you drive a paid off car opposed to trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep a car payment your whole life, right? That's not smart. If you have to have the newest, biggest house that you can't afford, even if you pay it off in a 30-year loan, just expecting something to work out better for you in the long run, you're better off buying that Cracker Jack 2-bedroom that you could live in for a long time. You know what I mean? Pay it off, either use it as a rental or you have a really big chunk of collateral for your next loan. Maybe get a little 3 or 4 bedroom with like a little 1 or 2 car garage. Then you could do a side business. You could work on lawnmowers in there. You could keep, you know, you could do whatever, but make that thing be an input for you, right? And it might not be that really big, expensive house, but they're going to own it before they own half that other one and the bank takes it. When the economy collapses, you lose your job. You're in a car wreck, all the unforeseen things in life. If you live below your means, you don't have to consume. And that's what they hate, is you making more money than it takes for you to survive.
There is something to be said about like with car payments. This is the first time, what was it? Almost 3 years ago was the first time I've ever bought a car that I had to get a loan for.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I'm making double payments on it right now because I want that. I'm not about this. I don't
Hey.
like it.
That's smart. How many people don't? You know what I mean?
And I just updated my little. I keep a whiteboard in the bedroom on the wall that has, the credit cards, what the balance is on it, the loans, what the balance is on it, and the minimums next to it, and everything like that. I'm
Yep.
looking at it. I'm like, damn. Since I started doing that for almost a year now, that thing will be done here soon. Then no
Yeah.
more car payments.
Oh yeah. And even like your house, like say your mortgage is $915 a month, right? Just a hypothetical, throwing that out there. Pay $1,000. You can work out $75, $85 somewhere else. It'll pay it off quicker. It could pay it off years quicker over you getting that extra Big Mac meal. You know what I mean? A couple times a week.
It goes on your principal.
Yeah. Well, you make sure that it goes on your principal when you set it up. But yeah. Because some loans will be sneaky and they'll try to pay it off the interest. But there's little things you can do. Like Muffin Top. Oh, you could scoop an extra couple driveways every time it snows. Go make $40, $50. Buy food or slap it on a bill. Either way, you're going to be ahead. Don't go buy a video game, It's going to take hours away as I'm getting ready to get off to go play a video game. That's very not the right way, but you know what I mean.
So like my wife, when she moved to Florida, I gave her some money and I was like, yeah, like go get a car, get yourself going or whatever like that. And, she ended up getting a brand new car though, but anyway. So she had a loan with Capital One for her car loan. And after I moved up here and everything, I had some money saved up and I was like, hey, let's pay off this car payment. That way we're not paying on it, all the time. I got some extra money. And they freaking just weren't about it. They didn't want to let me pay it off early. They're trying to penalize me.
It's because they don't want you to get ahead, man. They want you to be on that hamster wheel forever. And think about it realistically. If you might have the average person really only needs about 5 to 6 cars their whole life. If you get reliable enough ones. Yeah, when you're a kid, you might have a shit box or two, but then you'll get that reliable one that lasts you some years, and it don't have to cost a lot. Like Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha. You know what he drives? Motherfucker's a billionaire. He drives a 1996 hail dented out, cash only Suburban. Bought it on a hail dent auction. All he has is liability on that sucker. Billionaire paid $3,000 for a dented out Suburban. Because he knows it's one of the shittiest investments, right? A car.
Hmm.
It's just simple stuff. Yep, only one little now. The other is grown now. Heck yeah, Grit and Grace. People, yeah, don't take out a loan to get DoorDash. That was dumb. I see we had somebody new start at a job that I know about, one of my friends, and they've been working for like 2 months. And the guy said, hey, this young kid finally got all their bills on, leveled out. And now every day, DoorDash for lunch, DoorDash for lunch, DoorDash for lunch. He's like, what happened, man? When you first started, you were hitting up canned food, you were making sandwiches, you was, doing the thing, saving the money. He's like, you're over here blowing like 20, 25 bucks a day on lunch. He's like, you could buy a steak and have a steak dinner and eat a sandwich at lunch. Kid didn't think about it that way. He's like, well, I got Taco Bell. He's like, you paid $25 to have Taco Bell fucking delivered to you? That don't make sense.
Mm. Taco Bell does sound good.
And
It really
kids these days
does.
don't think like that, dude.
It doesn't sound $25 good, but it does sound good. But I know if I even drove my ass over to Taco Bell, I'd be spending $25. So,
Right. Dude, when I
haven't
first
been to
started
Taco
out,
Bell
it
in
was
a long
bologna
time.
sandwiches and raviolis and leftovers, man.
like my wife technically doesn't need to take lunch with her to work, but I still send her with lunch. And I'm like, if you don't eat it, or if you don't need to consume it for reasons, then just make sure it stays in the fridge or whatever, and bring it back home. Shit, I have no problem with eating it.
Right. I remember Taco Bell used to be a cheap restaurant. That's because inflation made it so. And then you get people that I see these guys delivering DoorDash for their jobs. Like, think about it. This old guy is out here picking up everybody's lunch, dropping it off. He's working 3 or 4 hours in between each meal shift, right? Making more than the guy ordering the food.
You got to be like me at work. I always, if I'm at the shop all day, I'm the one that's like, hey, who's hungry? And I get everybody's lunch order together. I grab everybody's money. Then, if they want fast food or whatever, I plug it into my app so I get free points off of their money.
There you go.
And I go and I pick up all their lunch, and then I come back and I eat my lunch. And I got paid the whole time for going to go get all their lunch and didn't have to really work. And I got free points. Fuck all them.
There you go. And then you slap it on your credit card, take all their cash and pay it off. Then you get a little bit of extra on your credit card too, right?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I do. I put it on my credit card.
You're
I keep
making
the
your
cash in my
6% on
car.
inflation right there.
Yep. The cash stays in my center console. And
Yeah.
I get the points, and then at the end of the month, I just pay off my credit card. And it was like I was buying lunch, but I eat my lunch from home.
That's a good service you're doing there, Justin B.
Well, it's mostly for me, too, because, I'm not clocking myself out to go get everybody lunch. Hell no. I don't work at a real job.
Hopefully dropping in some holsters areas for ladies to check it out.
Speaking of lunches, I'm sad. Today was the last day of my free sandwiches for a month.
I know, I heard. I was like, damn, man. Free sandwiches for a month. I'd be taking them suckers home, throwing that lunch meat in the freezer, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be taking all them sandwiches, making some garlic bread and shit.
Old Man Buttwrinkle says he remembers in the 80s the Big Mac meals were $2.99.
Oh my God. I don't know what it is now. I haven't eaten McDonald's in like 10 years, but when this young kid in Minecraft is over here spending $25 a meal, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, bro, I fill up my truck with gas for the entire week and a half, 2 weeks that you spend in 2 days on food. Make that make sense.
I need to service my car. I'm burning that in like less than a week.
Yeah, something just happened to my ride tonight on the way to work. I can't get above 5,000 RPMs.
Uh-oh.
Were you stuck in like second gear? What, like car or
Is
what?
it shifted?
No, it's just the engine. It was like misfiring. The engine wouldn't go over that.
Shit.
What's the
That's a good
temperature
thing.
outside?
It's a good thing I only need it for like 2 more days.
Yeah. Throw that bad boy up
Yeah.
on Facebook and shit can it, right?
Yep, $1,000. Take it or leave it. It's a nice looking car, but
There you go, Pat. Good call, my man.
it's an old German car. So if you're not a mechanic, If you're not a mechanic, don't even look.
Yeah. Is it a Jetta?
No, it's an Audi.
Oh, you might be able to
Even
get
worse.
1,000 out of it.
Now it's a Stucky.
It's a V8 Audi.
Should have just bought a Silverado, Pat.
I thought I got a good deal on it way back when I was still a mechanic.
Yeah.
I probably could have got $5,000 for it if I would have sold it right away after I fixed it.
And there you go. Slideshow Bob's doing the divide up a meal, busting out 2 meals for $7.50. Yeah, and a cheesesteak's way better than freaking anything McDonald's be serving up, bro.
Dude, McDonald's is ungodly expensive. There's one right by our shop, and I swear there's one of the kids that goes there like at least every other day. And I'm just like, dude, you could have got a whole fucking rotisserie chicken from Publix down the road.
Yeah, and been full of good protein, not empty carbs and grease.
Have you ever been to one of those combo restaurants, like a Taco Bell, KFC,
Yeah,
or like a Pizza Hut, Taco Bell?
like a Little Caesars and like Subway or like Taco Bell, KFC. Those were pretty common for a long time.
So my first job in high school was working at one of those. And the
Wasn't my
deal
first
was
job, but I worked at one.
you were supposed to get, I think the official policy was 1 free meal on break. But I didn't work long enough to get a break because I'd come in after school
Right.
extracurricular activities, like, so I'd come in like 4:30ish, and I'd work till they had to send me home because I was still a minor,
Right.
which was like, I think at the time officially off clock by 11. And so usually the night shift managers would be like, you can just get whatever you want, just don't abuse it.
Right.
So I'd get like chicken strip chalupas with nacho cheese and
Oh man.
all sorts of crazy fusion meals.
What
We
up,
dream up.
Sabrina?
My buddy worked at a Taco Bell and Pizza Hut combo thing when we were in high school. That
Taco
got
pizza.
really dangerous. He was a stoner. That got really dangerous.
Yeah, dude, we had a stoner friend who was a manager at an Arby's, and we'd go through, especially after like 2 days in football, we'd all order like a cinnamon roll, and he'd dump that crap on there, right? And then a whole bag of curly fries and a whole bag. You remember Arby's popcorn chicken used to be the bomb? Oh my God, dude. That, and he'd give us like a large cup of cheese sauce. We were like, thanks, bro. And just keep driving on.
I had a buddy when I was in my 20s. His mom was the night shift manager at McDonald's. So, like, we'd go out and go get all drunk, and his sister was always, like, the designated driver. So, we'd always swing by McDonald's, and his mom would be like, oh, is that you guys? Oh, just pull up. Just pull up to the window.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, I got a mile and a half in this little half hour-ish that we got with an incline here a little bit. So we're going to call it there for the evening.
What?
I love you guys, but everybody else is streaming. We got 12 poor souls watching. Listen to
They're
me.
moving over.
Just a short one. Muffin Top hadn't been able to play video games in 3 weeks. Muffin Top needs to get this done before I finish my chicken coop.
1's in the chat if you want him to keep going. 2 in the chat if you want Pat to take over and start one on his channel.
Yeah, what he said. I love you guys.
Sweet, sweet watch time, Pat.
Muffin Top
1,
needs to
TMT, keep walking. 2, Pat starts her live.
1 mixed muffin. 1 mixed muffin, keep walking.
I don't know how to tell you guys this. I'm already setting my fat ass down in the chair over here.
Need to move that video game over to in front of the treadmill.
Yeah, but resolution's not as good.
Need to find you a hiking simulator.
I thought that would be a really cool invention. Something that you had to like pedal. If you stop pedaling, the video game would turn off.
Hey man, I played VR.
The hamster wheel.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll do it. That'd
Like
be
when you sit down to play video games, you got to pedal this thing, and if you stop for long enough, it'll shut off. Or make it so you can pedal whenever you want, and that like buys you video game time.
that'd be cool.
There's a well, I hate to say it, there's a company that we all don't really like or respect very much, working on, it's a good little size platform that'll work with VR, and like it'll simulate going uphill, downhill. It's, you can walk for miles on it in VR.
Right. Yeah, I've seen the running shit on it. I know, I gotta give up them bidgy games.
You don't have to give them up. I gave them up for a long time, and then I ended up going and buying all the shit again.
I'm doing it in moderation.
You gotta, yeah, in moderation. You gotta have something, to relieve stress and escape for a little while. Sometimes you just can't be in the thick of it all the time.
Yeah, guys, what he said.
It's sometimes it's the little things in life. Like some of those financial advisors will tell you, "Oh, you're broke because you have a Starbucks every once a week," or no, you're broke because you bought the wrong house and you have a fucking $900 car payment. You got to change the big things because the little things aren't going to get you out of the poorhouse.
Yeah. I miss playing them. Just replace it with livestock and gardening. Yeah, I do a lot of that. Gotta get ready for work anyways. Love you, old man, about wrinkles. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I gotta find a game that gets me lets me practice with mouse and keyboard because I've moved away from console. I got a nice computer, but I suck at mouse keyboard so bad.
I'm playing Helldivers.
Pat, have you
I
ever
want to
played
play. I want.
RuneScape?
I love RuneScape. That's fun. I was terrible at it.
I can't say that I have.
There's a game that I'm trying to half-ass trying to find. It's kind of sniperish, I guess you would call it, but the scoping on it's really good. It'll help. Well, because I'm not super fast with my mills and everything, so, but it's super realistic like that. So I'm trying to find out which one that is.
Pat, I'm still mad you said I had chicken legs. Like that hurt me to the core.
You can be mad, but you got to go do something about it. Are you even squatting, bro? Are you even squatting, bro?
You.
We still love you, Leslie.
What was it? Grunt Proof said you should be able to squat twice your body weight.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to shut her down, I guess I can. I can come up.
Yeah, I love you guys, but I'm not in love with you guys.
I call bullshit.
I want to try that Helldivers game. It was all the rage there for a minute. Then it kind of seemed like it died. Seemed like it died off a little bit, but I still want to go try it.
Yeah, it did because PlayStation got fucking greedy, and they didn't want to let everybody play. So they wanted everybody to buy the shit twice, even if you already owned it, because Sony loves that money.
Was there? Did everything ever become of that thing with the, what are they called, the automatons, the robots?
Yeah, they're tough. They
Like,
I guess they just stuffed a bunch of shit like
like,
today. So
like there was something going on with them where it seemed like they were actually humans, like grafted into robot bodies or something. Because some of the automatons, like if you wouldn't attack them, they would just walk up to you and stare at you.
it's really weird.
Yeah, look it up. There's like some theory going on behind the scenes where somebody, you know, like the bugs weren't actually the bad guys. Like we attacked them first or something like that, and the automatons are actually, humans stuffed into a robot body. I don't know. I was watching a bunch of videos on it a couple of months ago.
I don't know. Go for it, Pat. CT, I'm getting off, my dude. Going to war with the Ruskies right now? Probably. But yeah. Uh-oh. I love everybody else.